and welcome to the Rondo. We're back, unfortunately. It's been another weekend of Premier League football. Some teams disappointing, some teams rising to the occasion. It's your boy, Ayoakin now. AA is now just a sub name. I'm joined by my co-host. Yeah, say what you need to say, man.
Bro, joined by his co-host, AJ Knows Ball, aka AJ Knows All, aka The Way I Know Ball is crazy. And also, the reason why he changed his name from AA to Ayo Atkins is because when your team lets you down so much, you can't be called your tag no more. You have to be called your gov. We told him, come with your gov today.
Yeah.
Come with your gov.
All right, man. All right. I think you guys can tell how this pod's gonna go. Anyhow, yeah.
I'm just here watching.
We are rejoined by regular cast member. Tell him what you're saying.
Joel, back for the new season. I know the fans missed me, but don't worry. I've got the AFC fans right here as well.
All right, man. On today's podcast, man, we're going to start off talking about, how the bank holiday weekend has gone on and everything like that. Then we're going to get into the football. We will be talking, obviously, about, the headline Sunday fixture between Liverpool and Man United, then kind of going into what that means wider, where it's gone wrong for Liverpool, what's gone right for Man United, should they continue. Then we'll move into basically kind of quick hits around the league, mainly focusing on the relegation battle with Spurs with a win. They won a game against good opposition and they played well. Are they going to get relegated? Are they not? And then we will then finish off with the title race. That was a big topic in the last episode, but we'll finish off with that. Obviously, we've got to keep an eye on that as that looks like it's going to the wire. And Arsenal actually playing some good football. Can you believe? But anyway, before going into that, to be fair, I'd like to spend the whole of the pod on this. How's the bank holiday been, guys? How you been? How's it? Yeah, anybody been out or anything like that?
Yeah, well,
you stepped out yesterday?
Yeah, I went to Canary Wharf yesterday with my brother and a mate. It was good.
Okay.
Bumped into a lot of Tottenham fans there, so I was asking them would you want us to smash West Ham next week?
Yeah.
It means you stay up. One of them said absolutely not. They don't care.
Swear.
One of them said they don't care if they go down or not. They can't have us win the league.
That's
I was like, and then another one.
That's real hate.
Real hate. I was like, these guys really hate us. But there was another one.
You got to commend that sometimes. But also it's
but they've been doing it for years. They've said, they don't care if they don't get Champions League as long as they lose to Man City that game, stuff like that. And that's they're obsessed with us. They don't care about winning
though.
They just care about us.
Yeah.
Wait, so if it was the other way around, Tottenham win the league?
And us go down.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I wouldn't do the same. No, to be
Go
fair.
down.
To be fair,
Go down.
nah, I'll probably let
Arsenal go down to the
I'll
championship.
probably let Tottenham win the league. I can't like it.
Yeah, I would. I'd let Man United. Well, Man United
Get
won
rid
the
of-
don't have a
league,
choice,
so That's
don't
not
have a choice.
That's not different. Oh, you please, you ain't won a league in over a decade.
No, you have to. You've seen it so many times in your life that it wouldn't change anything for you.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Yeah, that's the thing. Tottenham have never done it.
Tottenham never
My
won a
whole
league.
life.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
That would
So-
be crazy.
They'll give you guys unlimited chat.
I guess if it was but I don't really hate Everton as much as I do Man United.
Yeah.
That means you must be really hurt right now.
Oh, whatever, man. Whatever. Whatever. But yeah, were you out motive or anything on Sunday?
Yeah. I went to Pagola in Canary Wharf. So yeah, it was good. Yeah, no, good.
You're
man.
newly out on the field, isn't it?
I mean, yeah.
How's it feel being back on the pitch? Right?
Yeah, your first touch a bit baggy, first few games, but then you
swear.
Yeah, but then you get into
Yes.
Yeah.
no, you're all strapped.
He was headed for retirement, but then things.
Listen, centre
Well,
forward.
yeah,
So sometimes
Alonso pick was there.
Yeah, but you know.
How many years?
Oh.
Oh, this is dark.
You ain't?
No.
Bro said enough to hear.
What kind of podcast? I might be hooked. Yeah, none like.
Whereabouts are you playing now that you're just coming back into the...
I'm off. I'm number 9.
Oh, you're up front. Hey, see, well, you're making runs already.
I lie, listen, man.
Should have told me. I would have brought my glasses just to do the therapy for you.
Okay.
Man's good though. Man's ready for the summer and that. So.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm gonna say. What about you, my friend?
Bro, I've been on a bender.
Oh, swear.
I'm on a bender right now.
So you're out Saturday and you've been out Saturday and Sunday.
I was out on Friday.
Oh, well, he said it started from Friday.
On Friday.
You're playing ball on Friday, no?
Oh, yeah, I was playing ball on Friday.
Yeah.
And then went out Saturday. Went out. Wait, Is today Monday? I went out yesterday.
Don't know what
He
day.
doesn't say it, yeah.
Went out yesterday, and I was supposed to be going out today, but we'll see in it.
Okay, well, I say this is a man in his prime, you know. Yeah, so whereabouts are you playing on the pitch right now?
I've got 2 versions.
Oh, okay.
So see me. Sometimes I like to do the Berbatov thing. I'm gonna score, but I want to play. In fact, Berbatov's the best way to describe this. I'm gonna score. I just want to play. I want to play sexy, penetrative football.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want to take my time. I'm not sprinting into the box.
Okay.
I'm going to give it to the man them on the right side, man them on the left. I'm going to waltz into the box. You can cut it back. And when it's time to go,
Or is it fairs? And you don't really play 100%. It's,
nah, it's 100%, but it's at my own tempo.
At your own
That's
tempo.
why they call me Black Tony Cruz.
Fairs. Wow. That's
Fair enough.
fair enough, man. Fair enough. I'm glad to see you guys enjoyed it. Me, long-term retired, man. So you know, so you know what, man. I'm out for a double date with my girl, my brother's girl this weekend. So you know what I'm saying. We let the guys are still at the field, man. And back in the day, man, I was a midfielder anyway. So the legs are gone, man. I was a midfielder. DLP, man, a bit of a luxury player. Yeah. I was a cam and I went to DLP early on, in my early 20s. So it was always making sure, like, a DLP in your early 20s, he was always going to retire early, man. Anyway, man, it would be much better to do football metaphors, kind of all episode long. But I suppose we have to speak about that stupid sport where we watch a bunch of millionaires run around over a football and continuously disappoint us. So, starting off with the headline fixture.
No, AJ, your team didn't disappoint you this week, did they?
That's what I'm saying. My team doesn't.
My team didn't.
In fact, raise your hand if your team got 3 points this.
All right, damn.
Okay,
man.
wait, sorry? No.
All right, damn, man. Very mature, very funny. So Liverpool versus Man United is where we will start this weekend. Huge game, 3:30 kickoff between the two biggest clubs in the country. And United triumph. United 3, Liverpool 2. First half where United really did dominate. Should have probably been 3 or 4 up. A second half where they lost their way quite a bit and gave Liverpool the opportunity to get back into the game, but they still managed to find that bit of quality to get over the line through Kobbie Mainoo. So, I guess the first question is, you know what? Let's give it to you, AJ. Like, what's your thoughts on the game? What went right?
What went right? We're just better than you. That's what it is, first and foremost. Like, I think, obviously, you guys had players that were out in it. So when I looked at your lineup, Gakpo up top, he always scores against United, though. So I knew, I'm not scared of you, but you might bag today.
Okay.
But Gakpo up top is not threatening anyone. I think you guys, even though you didn't have probably maybe your best starter lineup out, I still think you kind of let us off a bit in terms of everyone knows if you want to beat United, you need to have strength in your midfield, pace on the wings. And I feel like if you put the Liverpool team out in a certain way, maybe put like a Curtis Jones in the actual midfield or something, someone has a bit of bite, put Rio on the left, bit of pace on the wings, you could have hurt us a bit more. Even when Rio came on, you could see that, bro, that lot doesn't like Chingman. He doesn't like that. Yeah. So, and because we were more expansive in the first half and the game was definitely, like the game was there for you guys to hit us on the counter attack, you just didn't have anything. So I think that's probably what you should have done. By the time you decided to bring on those flary guys, obviously we let you back into the game.
Yeah.
But I never felt like we were going to lose the game. I always felt like, cool, maybe I'll take the draw because we only need a draw for Champions League. But at the same time, we're at Old Trafford, I can't see us losing this game at all, especially with the halftime thing. And then obviously my boy Kobbie, he just had to do what
the
Kobbie
business.
does. You know what I'm saying? Another goal against Liverpool. He loves you, man.
Yeah, he does. He ain't scored the Premier League goal this season, but he always pops up against us. And it's always an important goal and it's always a good goal.
He even felt better because the goal came and Szoboszlai, your best player, tried to... He wasn't there.
After McAllister went and sliced the ball, yeah. Oh, dear.
Oh, not only just that, but after all this Cunha bagged, Wirtz didn't. And this is the thing about Wirtz.
All right.
This is the thing about Florian Squirts. The reason why I say that is because when you have a luxury in your 10, in your midfield, you can't just be putting him there and thinking he can just do anything when your team isn't good enough to have that type of player. He can't be luxury. He needs to do more. And I used to have an expensive midfielder in my team. His name was Paul Pogba.
Yeah.
the way they used to batter him, I don't even want players to get battered like that. But that means we know where the standard is.
Yeah.
He could get 4 goals, 4 assists or something, and it's not good enough. You guys want pretty touches. Bro, there's places for pretty touches. This is football. Do more.
Yeah, fair.
Is he on the left? Is he in the 10? Even he doesn't know.
We'll get to Verts, man. We'll get to Verts. But yeah, no, I feel like that's fair enough. In terms of Kobbie Mainoo, I think given what you've the way that he was treated under Amorim, not really playing much. To be fair, I was seeing your content and you were saying that you weren't really as in his corner as other Man United fans are who love Carrington, who want to see the young players play, who hated Amorim for not playing him. What's your thoughts on him coming back into the side? Because you were someone that, you said he needs to do more. I don't mind Amorim's opinion of him. Now he's playing under Carrick and he seems to have made a big difference for you. Were you wrong?
I think when Amorim first came in, I was trying to find different ways for him to shoehorn. Because people need to remember, this is not Amorim's first season. He was here last season. Yeah. And Kobbie had played games. He's played games under Amorim. He just hasn't played enough games. Now, when you look at last season, a big problem we had was we don't have wing-backs that are good going forward. We only have Ahmad. But he's even a makeshift wing-back. So it's like, for that system to work, it's either you have wing-backs or you need some pace somewhere. So we brought in Mbeumo and we brought Cunha in. And them two have to play behind the striker because we don't have pace anywhere else. Because at times we had Mazraoui wing-back, Dalot wing-back. We were complaining all season that we didn't have any attacking threat. Because he tried to put Bruno there, but when you don't have wing-backs that can bomb past you, you can't have Bruno in that 10 because he's not going to hit nothing. It's just basically nothing there. Bruno's not an out ball. And when you're playing with those two 10s, sometimes they're forwards. You need the out ball. The only time that 10 can be an actual 10 is when you see wing-back, AC Milan, DiMarco can just fly forward. It makes sense. So Hear it. So even last season, I was saying, you can play Mainoo in the 10. I'm trying to find ways to put Mainoo in because I rated him. I see him in the Europa League. He scored in a 10. I was rating it. Came back into the Prem. Didn't make sense, obviously, because it's more athletic league. So cool. So obviously, with that being said, when you got Cunha and Mbeumo, it's either you play Bruno Mainoo or you play Bruno Casemiro. We all know that Bruno Mainoo thing is not going to make sense. And it just doesn't make sense. But, so then he played Bruno Casemiro. I couldn't argue with that because even when Mainoo was coming in, he was playing, I watched the Grimsby game, he was doing nonsense.
He's not as good of a player as Bruno is.
So you can't really argue for him to bench either of them. However, the problem that I had, because obviously some of them actually wanted Mainoo to start and they were complaining that he's not starting. My thing was, why is Ugarte coming on before Mainoo? That's where I was. So I was kind of in the middle.
To be fair, that's a very good point. That was confusing.
And me personally, I think that's what sent people over the edge because we were winning games or drawing games and then Ugarte will come on and we'll drop points. So it's like, if you had just brought Mainoo on instead, because he's trying to say I can't play Mainoo and Bruno together at all. I'm saying if you don't want to start like that, cool. But if you want to see a game out, Mainoo will still do a better job than Ugarte will.
Yeah, because I'm not sure what Ugarte brings. I mean, Amorim was always saying, but he's more of a defensive presence. I don't think he was ever able to really exert that presence in the Premier League because he just doesn't...
His positioning's poor, his defending... In fact, this is the positioning that used to piss me off the most because when he used to come on, he will come on to see out the game. And by that point, we're already sitting back. So your only job is make tackles, try find a pass, and be in the right position. Because he's taking Casemiro off him, one thing about Mainoo is his position is actually quite good when we're in shape. Ugarte's positioning is awful. I've seen some goals where he goes to close down someone for no reason when Casemiro would have just stayed in shape and waited for the ball to come across. And then I'm pretty sure that's even how we conceded against, I think it was Villa or something. Well, I can't remember, but there was a goal where the person just cut in. I think it might have been against Fulham even. Ugarte was just doing nonsense. So, that's something I can't really justify. Like, him coming on instead of Mainoo didn't make sense. And I think that's what sent the fans over the edge. Because if Mainoo was coming on instead of Ugarte, I think they probably would have been a bit less harsh on the Mainoo not playing thing.
Anyway, Rondo time.
Go on.
I've got a big boy question for you. Not really a hot seat per se, but it's a big question to answer. So obviously Carrick has come in now. Champions League football secured with a couple of games to go. He's beaten Man City, Man United. I said Man United, Arsenal.
You can just list every team.
Liverpool, yeah, and he's been a lot. It was the top teams. I was saying. He's been a lot.
But was appointed. There's like a league table. I think you're either like third or something like that since he was appointed.
No, we're top.
Oh, you're top.
Yeah,
Oh, fair.
we're top.
Point is, he's doing this thing. So obviously, you come into the summer now. But please, we pay for those bibs. Could you just?
No worries.
I say so. Obviously, he's done a great job. I think everything in terms of what Carrick could have been asked for coming into this interim role, he's done. Should he be given the full-time role?
I've got two answers.
Cool.
The first one is no. If there's someone that we can get instead. The thing is, I don't know what other managers' contract situations are or availabilities.
So just poke it on through that, right? Yeah, just poke it on through that then. Fantastic. Yeah, so you were saying you got two answers.
Yeah. I think it depends on availability, first of all. My first answer would be no, depending on what's in the manager market. I keep hearing Enrique's name being thrown around. I'm guessing it's because of the PSG contract situation, whatever. I don't know if he signed an extension, but I also don't know if he hasn't. If he's available, I think go out and get him in it. However...
Makes sense, to be fair.
However, if he's not available, then I don't really see anyone else that can get the job right now. I think Carrick...
So Enrique or nobody else? Enrique or Carrick?
In my opinion, yeah. Because I feel like if you're going to replace Carrick right now, it needs to be like someone that makes so much sense. I don't want like a Nagelsmann. I don't want any manager that has a philosophy of, if it's not going well or if I want to change something, we go to a free back. I don't need to see that Old Trafford ever again. So that one is already no for me. So other than that, there's nothing else I can think of other than Enrique, unless someone else. And I don't want to hear all these new Gen Z managers. I want either someone that's at my club doing well or someone that's trialed and tested. I want a top manager, because if you look at the last 5 United managers, or even maybe 4 or 5, bro, Amorim, that's trial, but it's not tested.
Yeah.
Oli, same thing. Ten Hag, same thing. Ralph Rangnick, same thing. I want top quality back. I want a Jose name. Like, I want that back, because
you want top draw.
Because regardless
in his prime, not washed.
Yeah, because regardless of what everyone says,
his prime, top draw manager
that came to United since Fergie left are the ones that have done the best, other than Oli. Van Gaal at least got 4th or something. I think just about missed out or something like that. Mourinho finished 2nd. Obviously left on bad terms. Like, these top managers have come in and they've done better than the ones that aren't top. Amorim done terrible. Ten Hag, cool, he won FA Cup, but he was doing nonsense.
Yeah.
And what's the other guy's name? Ragnick, he knew what was wrong, but he still did nonsense.
I didn't know how to display it.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I kind of get what you're saying. And Man United need that, the size of the club, the amount of scrutiny, what the fans want to see. I think that makes sense. I don't know if it's Enrique or Carrick. I feel like, I can't think of them right now, but I feel like surely there's some... Are there any managers?
There's a couple others.
There's a couple others, I would say. But I do agree that if there isn't a top candidate, it's better to go with Carrick, because at least the stability goes on until someone... Yeah, just like we can't give him a 1-year contract.
Why not?
It's just not going to give that stability to the squad.
Why does he need
2-year contract, I would say.
2?
Given Carrick's managerial past, like he's managing the championship and stuff, he would take a 1-year deal.
Take a 1-year deal.
But then the players, are you going to get the best from the players? It's best because they know he's only there. He's basically there on an extended interim.
He's getting the best out of them now, and he's interim. So
yes, but when it's like, okay, this guy's going to see, in my opinion anyway, when you know, this guy's going to see me to the end of the season, you're still going to be like, all right, let me perform for him. He's an ex-player, new manager coming in. When you now say, oh, he's just staying on for a year, the respect, it's not going to be the same respect if the board doesn't show at least some sort of medium term.
I feel like as a player, if you rate the manager, especially if you know he's got a 1-year deal, if you want to play for the manager, you'll play for the manager regardless. So if you know he's there for 1 year and it's going to be based off how the team perform, how the squad is, this and that, you're going to play your best, especially if that manager's the one that's putting you in the limelight.
But it's not always about, yes, if you rate him. Guys like Bruno, guys like Mainu, he plays them, he starts them. But then there's guys that, imagine, I don't know, someone like Mbeumo comes out of the team, sometimes him and Diallo. And Mbeumo and Diallo is kind of between them who's fighting. If say he goes with one of them and you're like in December, are you really looking at, he's probably going to be out? Are you going to really come off the bench hungry if he's not really your cup of tea? He didn't always play you.
I don't think it's a 1-year deal in that he's going to leave after a year. I think it's an extended, let's see if this guy has what it takes, because I feel like they've kind of jumped into these decisions. Like with Oli, like if they had taken a bit more time and thought about it, the way they ended that season, the Oli interim season wasn't great either. I think they lost a lot of games. I think they finished like 6th. If they had taken more time over the appointment, maybe they wouldn't have made it. So I feel like coming off a World Cup year, there should be managerial vacancies around because like national managers leave and then people take over. Like there's still unemployed guys like Zidane around as well and stuff like that. And Iraola, he's floating around. So there are people, but I feel like
these guys.
But I feel like
So
just wait until June, July before you make your decision.
Impossible.
And then if you don't see anything there, just give Carrick another
June,
year.
July. So then...
June's next month.
No. The reason why I can't wait till June,
You can't
July,
decide this in 2 weeks.
we have to because...
But you don't know who's going to be available.
Yeah, but we need players. And this has to be our biggest summer. I don't think you man deep it. We've played 1 game a week. Everything you're seeing from this Man United team is not real. This is AI. Like that's why I need people to understand. Like when people ask me, do you rate Carrick? Do you rate the team? No, I don't rate the team. I don't rate the squad. I rate some of the players. I don't rate the squad. I've never rated the squad. I said we'll finish top 10, top 8 max this season. They've gone above and beyond. That's why I'm so happy, because we're top 3. So I'm happy. Everything that United have done this season made me happy. However, I'm not deluded. Bro.
Yeah.
As soon as Ugarte comes on, our team changes. When we don't have Dalot right back, we don't play well. Dalot. I don't even rate him highly. When he doesn't play, we're not good.
Hey, the way you said that.
We can't play with Mazraoui and Shaw as our fullbacks. So Dalot has to play.
Yeah.
Dalot has to play. Dalot. Maguire has to play. Maguire. We played a game with Aiden Heaven and Mazraoui at centre-back. This is AI, this is not real. We're in Narnia right now, so we need to chill and remember what we actually are. We're a team that's playing once a week. Our team is fresh throughout the whole season. Next year, there's Carabao again, which we probably won't get knocked out as early because we're not going to be in that nonsense first round or whatever.
Yeah.
There's FA Cup, which again, we're not going to be in that nonsense whatever, in the second round or whatever. Then there's Champs back, and then Prem. That's 4 competitions. That's 50, 60 games. This season we played like 40.
It's a lot more games.
Even, is it 40? There's 38 games in Prem. We played 40 games. 2 extra games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like...
Not a lot of injuries.
So when we're talking about players, like, cool, there'll be more playing time for players, maybe more squad rotation, but do we even have that? Apart from our front line, there's no depth. We've got 3 midfielders at our club. One of them is Ugarte. So we've got 2.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. We've got players like Mason Mount that they're surplus of requirements.
Oh yeah, Mason Mount.
Yeah, Mason Mount plays for Man United.
He's AI too. Like, so
He is AI.
So do you get what I'm saying? Luke Shaw is World Cup here, but his body's gonna go any time from now.
Yeah.
I'm showing you. I can see the engine light coming. So I'm
check engine light.
Bro, we can't be starting games with like. Look at yesterday. Yeah, you asked me another reason why the game went the way it went. Aiden Heaven and Maguire at the back. I rate Aiden Heaven on the ball. Maguire is a territorial defender in terms of the ball gets put in a box, he can clear it, he can head it. But when we wanted to control that game after going 2-0 up, you saw Shaw, Aiden Heaven and Maguire on the halfway line. Even if you don't have forwards, even if you just have Gakpo up front, you had Szoboszlai running through us.
Yeah, to be fair, that first goal from Szoboszlai.
Bro, he dropped one shoulder and
It wasn't even
all the way over there.
It wasn't even a mad shoulder, you know.
no.
They just did not want to engage.
And then he just slapped it on his weak foot.
I was watching it thinking, bro, imagine if we had like some proper forwards on the pitch.
Bro.
I would have loved to see, Ekitike, running in that and then, in the space of that transition, Isak lurking around, even Salah at his age.
Possible.
But anyway, we gotta speak about this team on my lap here, unfortunately. So, right. Where do we even start? I mean,
on with Liverpool, man.
What is going on with Liverpool? That's a good first statement. Let's first talk about our performance over that game. Then I'll tell you what's going on with us. So, I think we know how that game went. That first half, disgusting. Genuinely, we were terrible. Like, I think I tweeted it. I said that game sort of reminded me of those soft Fergie teams. Those soft Wenger Emirates teams when they went away to Old Trafford and they'd have a couple injuries and they're playing against like a prime Fergie team that are just that's how it felt on every single count. We were hopeless in that first half. Like you're just passing, you're watching us pass it, and I remember even Carragher on commentary saying they should just take a shot because make sure they get a shot because every time we're losing it, boom. And listen. Like, it's a decent Man United team. He's even said there's not loads of quality there. They're running at us, and Mbuemo's running, Cunha's running, Casemiro, Manu, and Bruno are driving with it through the middle. Like, bro, this should not be happening to Liverpool against that quality team that they're looking that dangerous. And to be fair, Sesko, who I thought he was the one Man United player who really impressed me, when he came off, it made a difference. He was causing us a lot of problems as well.
It's good.
And his movement was very good. And it's just like, what sort of transitional defence is that? You can't blame that on a lack of forwards. You can blame the lack of bite in the first half on a lack of forwards, but I'm sorry, that rest defence was an awful setup, and it's been that way with this manager all damn season. In the second half, he makes tweaks. As we said, he's helped by the lack of quality from Man United a lot as well, so we have to point that as well. We get back into the game. I never felt like we were going to win it. Same with you. I felt, okay, it might just be a draw here. I looked at that record. I looked at this team. This team's not a team that's going to turn over that record. It's got a great opportunity to, because you lot were rattled. Great opportunity to, but they weren't going to do it. And I said, they're going to have another chance. We just got to pray they miss.
Yeah.
I said, Man United are going to at least get one or two more big chances. We got to pray. And they didn't. Menu took his chance. Well, it was a good finish. But for me, it's all with this manager. I just keep on hearing. You know the one thing with Liverpool that just drives me crazy right now, like, is all of this. Oh, but he won the league last season. Are you watching 90s, brother? You Liverpool fans that be saying that, you can't be watching games. You can't be watching games, and you can't have the ability to analyze games properly, because from like, you've got to look at what the manager did. I'm not saying that Slot's got no.
I didn't want to shit.
Yeah. I'm not saying that Slot's got no ability as a manager, but his style of football does not suit the Prem, and it certainly doesn't suit what Liverpool are meant to represent. It's technical, soft football that hasn't got a good out of possession structure around of it, and depends a lot on very good players bailing them out.
You don't think that you guys... So you think the reason why you man are in the position you're in right now is just because of Slot?
Not just because of him. Obviously, what we're going to get to later on, like the lack of balance in the squad is crazy. Look, he didn't have any forwards yesterday. That doesn't help him in terms of attack. If we had some dangerous forwards, listen, we could have won that game.
I agree.
And still go over. We could have. I mean, we'd still concede. We'd probably win it 3 or 4-2. But what we're seeing from a defensive standpoint, that's all on him yesterday. What I'm seeing in terms of the fact in our ability all across the season to be unable to control games, again, is on him. So that's what I'm saying. A balanced squad with good quality in it, he can do pretty well, as we've seen last season. But that's not really a top draw manager, because the second, again, like we saw last season, someone like Mohamed Salah falls off a little bit from February, you're going to see performances where you're thinking, wait, is this the same team? Because I always feel like we're sort of hanging in games. We're either getting peppered or we're hanging in games.
At home.
And then at home as well, at Anfield, we're sort of hanging in the game. And then, like last season, it was boom, Salah just goal, assist, sort of out of nowhere. We're not really dominating games, which is what I expect from Liverpool.
But I feel like, because I've watched I've watched quite a few Liverpool games, innit? And I just feel like, even though you guys are a bit poor defensively, lack a bit of bite in midfield, there's a lot of problems with your team. We know this.
Yeah.
That felt good to say stuff. But
I
feel like the main thing for me is, bro, at the end of the day, you probably are 2 good wingers away from still being decent. Like, that's how I look at it.
Yeah, 100%.
The reason why I say that is because when I look at your team, it's like, I don't think I would say Liverpool were always controlling games, but it's more like, even if you lost the ball, you win it back quickly because of the type of players you had up front.
Okay.
Now, you don't have that in those areas. So once you lose the ball, you actually lose the ball.
Yeah.
You have no one to get it back. There's no counter press. And it means guys like McAllister, Gravenberch, they're being exposed more. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like if you guys had strong wingers, some of the transition that you guys get put into, it just wouldn't happen, because either they wouldn't lose it in that area, they might get a shot off which leads to a corner or something, or the counter press would have just been better.
You make a good point. A lot of that counter press that you saw last season came from Klopp's muscle memory. A lot of the players who executed that counter press came from Klopp's ethos of players that he likes to have. The Diaz's, the Nunez's, players that Slot doesn't really like. Those 2 players, for instance, have both gone. The players in midfield, again, that were a part of it, again, Endo's, again, coming from his ethos, he doesn't really like him. No problem if you don't like certain players. Look at the way Slot wants to take us to. He wants to come away from that. Like everyone's saying, oh, 2 wings. Does he want to necessarily bring in 2 hungry wingers? I don't know. The man preferred Gakpo to Diaz. Does that ever make sense?
Is the Diaz situation because he wanted Diaz to leave?
It wasn't that he wanted Diaz to necessarily leave. Diaz wanted a big contract extension, around 250k.
Yeah.
The club and him clearly thought probably not worth it, and obviously Bayern will offer him more so for him. So like but they gave the money. They gave Gakpo's on like a 200k contract.
Oh, good.
Also, it's like the Mane thing again.
Oh my days.
What do you mean? Because
like Mane wanted contractors to.
Yeah, one of the contract things. So again, it's not the worst decision in the world, but you haven't replaced him. And I know, to be fair, Slot wanted to replace him, but I don't know his replacement. I don't know what that sort of player looks like, because the players that he seems to like worries me. I even look at it in the midfield now. I don't know how you watch that midfield and you don't want steel in there. You don't want some men. Like you're looking, you want to bring Adam Wharton in. That's his priority. You want to play a midfield of Adam Wharton, Gravenberch and Wirtz. Brother, we'll go to OT, it will be even worse.
Yeah, there's
we go to OT.
You think it's to play Wirtz in there?
I think he wants to play Wirtz in there, yeah.
So Szoboszlai just gone.
Szoboszlai maybe you probably fit Szoboszlai. Even if it's Szoboszlai there. Even if we say Szoboszlai there and Wirtz off the left. Bro, that's still not enough. Gravenberch and Wharton. Did you watch Gravenberch on the weekend? Oh, you're a disgrace, by the way. I'll keep it real. And the funny thing is, McAllister, everyone's getting onto him and he absolutely deserves it. What I've been watching from him this season has been so far off the level. But you see Gravenberch, I see you because I watch games, bro. I watch games. McAllister, he's always putting himself about, so you're seeing him lose lots of duels. Yeah. You're seeing him struggle to keep up with the race. Gravenberch ain't even there, brother.
He just runs away from the beef.
Bro, he's running away from the beef always. Bro, there was a piece of play towards the end of the game, the ball comes up. Obviously, Curtis Jones is inverted. Yeah. So it's like broken down. United have broken quickly. They've seen that Jones is inverted, so they've switched it to Dorgu. Dorgu's got an open shot. Gravenberch is there. Gravenberch is there, bro. He's just vibing in the centre. Jones thinks he's going to go over, so he covers in the middle. Then he's like, wait. My man's just there holding my hand for no reason. He runs past him, blocks it, and then he's like, turns around and he's like, what are you doing?
I told you.
What are you doing? Like, what we're watching right now is crazy. But anyway, man, I think I've had enough of a rant on Liverpool in general.
Yeah, I'm shocked that
Let me do this dumb Rondo and Wirtz, and then we'll move on to the.
I'm shocked that so many of your players' level has dropped from last season.
Oh, is it there?
The way you were talking about McAllister, the way you were talking about Gravenberch, the way you were talking about even like Kanates and people like that, they've just all dropped so horribly. It's not just Salah, like.
No, it's not. They've all dropped a lot. Listen, some of it is on some of these players. Like I look at, like I said, I look at like a McAllister, he just looks past it. Some of these signings haven't hit the ground running. You can blame them partially. You can also look to the manager. The manager needs to build a system that allows them to adapt to the league better.
Pound for pound, that window you've had is probably one of the worst windows I've ever seen.
I disagree. I disagree in the
It didn't make sense.
No, they didn't make sense, but they're not. It's not a great window. I'm not going to lie. And we're going to come on to that in terms of. In fact, I think we can speak about why during this point.
This is my question, because I've been seeing this since the start of the season. You see, do you know what's crazy? I feel like a lot of Liverpool's problems is also overthinking. The reason why I say that is because you see the way you lot started the season with the 5 wins in a row. Even though some of it was shaky, there were certain players playing that were making you man win those games. I seen Frimpong start the season at right back. You lot look decent, at least going forward.
Yeah.
I feel like you lot are at the point where, cool, regardless of who you play, you're going to look shaky defensively. So at least look good going forward.
It's true.
Why do you keep playing Kai Sanat at right wing? Play him right back. Just do it.
Yeah, he's not a right winger, and he looks crazy there. At least at right back, he is a problem defensively, but he offers a lot in defense because you can. His whole game is like there's not much technique there. So his whole game is like when he's at least overlapping and making the runs that you can't really track, he at least looks dangerous.
He's quick. Like I'll be real, even in transition, I remember start of the season, I've seen a couple times where they try to play balls in behind and he's all the way up there and he still gets back. He's fast enough. It's just that maybe positionally not the best, but
he should play there. But
still better than playing all these.
No, 100%. But he's not really a Liverpool level player in all honesty. But like I said, I think that makes a lot of sense. I think, the window wasn't great. The window wasn't great in the sense that in the medium term it could be okay, but. It's funny. It was a very un-Liverpool-like window where you're looking to upgrade on players with like star signings rather than address gaps, like squad balance gaps, which is normally what we look to first. There were clear ones from last season: defensive depth, lack of bite in the midfield. And then if you're going to sell players, which we then did, like wingers and strikers, you replace all of them. Especially if you don't have that much. You always look like, even last season, looked like, oh, maybe they could get like another winger in there, especially on the right side to support Salah. And then we almost don't do that. So, yeah, it was a very poor window. The only reason why I say, like, in the medium term, you might not see it as too bad, because I think if you add, like you said, we're two wingers away from being decent. I think if you now add some balance, I think it could be all right. Like, it's not like, there are certain windows, I'm not going to lie, that your club have had. There's certain windows that Chelsea have had in recent time where I'm like, there's no plan here. You're just regressing your squad, and you're going to have to spend more money to even now adjust. I don't think a lot of the players need to be replaced. Maybe Frimpong, but I still think, like you said, you can add something at fullback. Definitely.
Kirkus is good enough.
I think Kirkus is good enough.
Konate is good.
Well, Konate wasn't a signing.
Oh, I mean, like, so do you need a new centre back next summer?
I think Konate is good enough. I think, you know what it is with Konate, right? This season, Konate is one of them, man. You see, like I speak about the likes of Gravenberch, he's a man that hides. He's a man that hides. Even Konate I love Van Dijk. Even Van Dijk at time, he's not a man that hides, but he's a man that thinks he's above it sometimes. Konate is a guy who'll put himself there. He always wants to, he overcompensates. So when stuff is going bad, he looks crazy. Now, don't get me wrong, he's been in poor form and he's made mistakes himself this season. But he's a guy that when you look back, he's gonna look crazy bad, but he's still a good centre back. Maybe he won't be world class like some of us thought, because the lack of IQ, you're always going to be put in uncomfortable situations. But he's a lot better than people think. Okay. I even look at Gabriel from your club. He has that gene as well. Obviously he's playing more, but I remember Gabriel back when you were young, back when he was young, back when your defensive structure was all over the place.
Hair,
yeah. But it's just, he can. That's still in him.
It manifests itself way less.
Because your defensive structure is set up. And he's a good player, doing it, and he's matured.
Yeah.
But like, Konate, the best version of Konate is not far off of Gabriel, in my opinion. It's not far off. There's like one level between them. And they have like, there's quite a few similarities there. And you just want to always, I don't know how to describe it, you just want to be front foot. You want to, he can only defend one way.
Yeah, you want to clamp your opponent.
Yeah, he wants to clamp them. So, but sometimes when you're getting cooked, bro, you just need to defend your zone. Yeah. What Van Dijk is doing, you just do it, because you just need to get yourself through.
No, he was decent yesterday, if I've been honest.
Yeah, he was good yesterday, but I think he's talking wider.
Some jewels on with Cunha.
Yeah.
Cunha's not easy to shake off. Konate made it look mad easy.
I'll be real, he locked up Cunha in that game. In my opinion, I don't think Cunha was able to do much, and with the way Curtis Jones was inverting, most of the time it was Konate versus Cunha.
They score.
Huh?
Other than the goal.
They score.
Yeah, he scored, yeah. But I don't really, that had nothing to do with like him winning the duel over Konate. But yeah, man, let's quickly, man, we ain't got a lot of time. We spent a lot of time on other topics now. I think we've kind of addressed the thing on squad balance and everything like that, but Florian Wirtz, I suppose I need to answer for that, don't I?
Yeah.
Man, what did you say to us again? There's a player there. I can feel it about to explode. Better season than Cunha. I need to understand these.
Well, you know the big question. The big question is
he the flop of the season, transfer-wise?
How much was he again?
0.15 billion.
He was crazy. He was 150 million. To be honest,
Jesus.
I mean, the funny thing is, I think we have both the flops of the season. So if you don't count Isak because he's barely played, it is probably Florian Wirtz. I'll admit that. I do think he is the flop of the season. He's coming for a PL record signing, and he hasn't really hit the ground running. But what I will say is he's got to take that on the chin. But I do see talent there, and I think we overpaid. I'll admit that. I thought that, to be fair, when we bought him, but I thought we actually had a structure. I thought it was a good club to come into, because I said the reason why I said we overpaid is because I said I don't think he's the type of. I said you've got to be very careful when you buy players for 100 million, because everyone's looking at them, and ideally it should be for either a premium attacker or a player that can perform no matter what. Like one of those players that they're gonna be able to, despite the system, they're gonna be able to put that shift in, because otherwise it's gonna look crazy. And he's not that. He's the type of player that needs the structure around him to be able to perform. He could be the gloss on a very well set up team, and that's a lot of what he was doing at Leverkusen. The team was dominating week in, week out. They just needed someone to be that last little pass, find it in the pockets, be that nice little player, and that's what Wirtz can do. He can't really at the moment take the game by the scruff of the neck type of vibe. He's not really that sort of player. So that's what you're looking at.
That's the player you thought he would be, though. You thought he'd be able to take games, but
I didn't think that first getting him. I thought he could get there. Now, to be fair, a bit worried about him getting there, but I know he can be like a top player if the structure around him as well. You look at some of the performances, come on guys, like against Newcastle, against Galatasaray. Now, this isn't top opposition, but this is the type of opposition that Liverpool right now dominate. The certain things that he was able to do, that bounce pass against Galatasaray into Salah, and then going with that, there's certain things, the way he's able to find pockets and come up with solutions. Special talent. I'd say special talent. He's got some special traits. He has some concerning ones as well. Like, despite the thing about not being able to take the game by the scruff of his neck, his shooting genuinely makes me sick. I don't know what's going on there.
Special talent that can't shoot. Have you ever heard of that before?
He shoots like a Wobie.
115 million.
Cam, yeah, he has to learn that. But I think there's a. So what do you guys not rate him?
I don't rate him. I feel like no, you know what it is? I feel like he's been misprofiled a lot. I feel like some fans thought he would come in and be a lot more creative than he actually is. I feel like whenever I saw him play for like Germany or Leverkusen, he was more of the final third, like just finishing something off, or like either being the final pass, like you said, or even having a shot. He did score a lot of goals for Leverkusen that season when they went unbeaten. And I just feel like people kind of assumed that he would be more like a David Silva or something like that.
I think he's got that in him.
He doesn't. That's the thing, and you need to wake up.
I think he does.
You need to wake up. He doesn't have that in him. He doesn't have the mind frame. He doesn't have the vision. He doesn't have the creative gene. He doesn't have that sort of ability to be someone that can get you 16, 17, 18 assists a season.
David Silva didn't do that.
No, but I know. But like those sort of players like Ozil, your David Silva, your playmakers, like he's not gonna.
But David Silva's a bit of a different player. Even Ozil, different.
I mean, like at the end of the day, he doesn't have the vision of any of these players, and he doesn't have the playmaking ability. Though. He's not gonna be.
I mean, well, I think you let us have.
I hear what you mean about the David Silva thing. I can slightly see it in terms of.
Thank you.
Because David Silva's like the pass before the pass.
Thank you. He's
and
the biggest
if you
guy.
give Wirtz good wingers.
Thank you.
This is what Wirtz is good at.
He can do the little slip pass. No, but this is the thing about Wirtz. When I watch him play, he does the nice touches. He does the little slip pass. He does things that if you have more quality players on the pitch, you can start being appreciated for more.
Yeah.
Because there's no quality around him, everything he does, I can't appreciate it because they need him to be that final pass.
But the problem is you can't pay 115 million for that.
No, you can't.
No, you can't. But that's what he is.
Kind of player.
That's what he is. No, but it can be very, very beneficial in a team that's popping that, where you'd probably ignore it.
It's like if we paid 100 million for Zubamendi or something like that. You can't pay that kind of money.
But at the same time,
someone who's a
as well,
pass before.
No.
At the same time, as well, I don't think that to be a David Silva in this league, you have to be elite.
You have to be.
David Silva was elite. Wirtz is not elite.
He can get there. He's 23.
No, I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't think that because this is what I'm saying. Yeah, you see when David Silva was playing like that, it's either he's coming off the left or they're playing that free in midfield.
Yeah,
you man want to play a 10. If he's playing 10, he can't do that David Silva thing. He needs to be a final third guy.
Not if your forwards are moving smoky. He doesn't necessarily have to.
How? Because
he can facilitate them. And if he's a mad facilitator, I'm telling you, people will appreciate it because
I'm trying to think of a top team that's played with a 10, where their 10 is just facilitating.
It depends how well they do it. I'm trying to think of a top team in the Prem. They don't seem to go for those profiles as much. They do like guys who can.
So I'm saying this is the league we're in. So it's like for me, it's difficult to see if like because I'm just thinking about in this current system, in this current formation, how that can work. Obviously, with wingers, it will look better regardless.
If you had stronger centre mids as well.
If he had some strong centre mids behind him and a front three that he can actually slip through and play.
But then you're committing to building around Wirtz.
Yeah,
of course. You paid 115 for him.
Have you seen enough production to say we should build around this?
Yes.
You think he's good enough to build the team?
You think he's good enough to build?
Yeah. I think you can build around him. We should build everything for him and Isak. Get two fiery, hungry wingers, 2 centre mids behind them that are also some young bulls.
And let them. Do you think Wirtz is better than Szoboszlai?
Yeah, I do, yeah. In terms of, not now, but in terms of, in the cam, I think so. I think Wirtz is a better player in the cam than Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai, I love Szoboszlai and what he's done this season, but you can't get too tricked by what he is.
Passion. Passion with tech.
Passion with tech. Passion with a clean shot.
With a clean shot.
When you think about Szoboszlai, what's his best position? Nobody knows. Because he kind of does the same thing at right back. He does the same thing at right mid. He does the same thing in the 10. He does the same thing in the 6. He runs a lot. He hasn't got amazing defensive instinct or dual ability, but he covers a lot of ground. So numbers-wise, you still kind of get over the line in terms of... It's definitely a positive. And he shoots well, and he's technically secure. He's not... There's not much else.
Just a footballer.
Yeah, there's not much else. There's no more ceiling here. There's a ceiling with...
So you're saying like he's like your Jason Park?
Seems harsh to say, but he kind of is that.
That's not harsh.
I don't know if that's banned.
That's a multiple Premier League winner.
Yeah, he is.
He used to score against you man all the time.
Yeah, he did. I can't lie, he did.
Jason Park was
I
cold.
can't lie, he did.
He looked like a big name.
Yeah, he is that type of guy.
If anything, maybe I'm over complimenting him.
No, Szoboszlai is... Oh, come on. Szoboszlai, he's the type of guy like you always want to just try and get him in the team.
Makes sense.
But I think you can just fit him in. Anyway, let's talking about this damn game.
Wait, hold on. So, because I actually need to understand this. So going forward, that means this. Because if you want a 6, are you saying Szoboszlai starts 8, Wirtz 10? Or are you saying Szoboszlai holds bench for Wirtz?
So like I said, Szoboszlai is the type of player like I'd always just try and fit him in. 6, Szoboszlai, a 6, Szoboszlai 8, and then Wirtz 10. I like that. But I think some games you might want like a passer in there if we manage to hopefully get one, but then that's a lot of investment. Other games Gravenberch has some use with his dribbling as well. So I feel like that's my problem. I feel like a lot of midfielders same sort. We have a lot of 8s that we're trying to put into different positions, and then I even feel like some games as well you might not want to start with like a front 4 and then Szoboszlai can play off the right. But yeah, I'd want Wirtz in the 10 to be something that we look to build around. You have to. We spend all this money, and I think he's got and like I said, I think there is a ceiling there. Maybe you guys that don't buy into it. So, bro, do it for him. You bought him. You got to build for him. He is the player that you have to build for.
Sounds like hope. I don't think you believe what you're saying.
I do.
No, I genuinely don't believe you.
Well, great, because we need to move on to the next topic. So, let's go. So, around the Premier League is the next topic, and where we've landed is relegation battle, because this week, there's been. I mean, Spurs won. I think that's the big one. Spurs won. West Ham lost quite convincingly. 3-0 was it to Bournemouth?
Yeah.
No, sorry, Brentford.
Yeah, 3-0.
3-0 to Brentford, and Forest have City today.
It's Chelsea.
Chelsea today.
Yes.
Oh, they have Chelsea today at 3, and then City playing someone else at 8.
Leeds.
I'm not gonna lie. I think Forest are good. Those guys.
City's game is today.
Yeah, 8 p.m.
Oh, first.
against Everton away.
Oh, you better pray.
Yeah, I mean, it's a type of game you can slip in, but I feel like City will go over the line today.
Oh.
But anyway, one relegation, we'll come to title race. So I think Forest are good, I'm not going to lie. Their man look decent.
They're a good team.
Gibbs White is alive.
Yeah, he's tough.
He is alive.
That's my boy.
West Ham, I thought they might be able to get it ahead of Spurs, but they now look, I mean, that performance against Brentford was really struggling. Are Spurs going to do it? Is the big question about this relegation battle, because now I think they're out of the relegation.
Yeah, they're 17.
I think West Ham, they went above West Ham. Innit?
1 point in it, 1 point above.
I don't think yesterday's game is a good reflection on how Spurs actually are right now. I think Aston Villa charged that game. You saw in their lineup, playing Bogard, Sancho starting, Tammy Abraham up front. They rested players because they've got a big game against Forest midweek.
Yeah.
That's why I'm even trying to see how Forest line up, because I don't know if they have the luxury to rest players today.
Oh, they can't.
But at the same time, they might, because they actually have a squad, do you know what I'm saying? Like, they can probably put in a couple of players. They've got 2 strikers. I don't know if Chris Wood or Igor, like, you don't know who Igor Jesus will start. They have players they can...
Yeah, they have a little bit of a squad, yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know how much they can afford to do that. So I don't know how that will affect them midweek. But when I watched the Aston Villa game, bro, Spurs went 2-0 up and at half-time I went to sleep. I went to sleep because it was like, the game's done. Like, Aston Villa...
You didn't really have that bite to them.
Yeah. They did not care.
But Spurs of the past still lose that. Like, they have been... Like, they were, pound for pound, the worst team for a good chunk of this season. Yeah. As in worse than Wolves, by the way.
That's their second win this year.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not till De Zerbi came in where I started to be like, oh, you're not you're still rubbish, but you're not the worst team in the league. Like I'm seeing some bite, some fight, some little bits of quality. So
7 points from 4 games.
it's not that bad.
It's not bad at all, you know.
They got a massive game next week. They got Leeds at home next Monday.
Do they have to play West Ham as well?
I don't think.
Or it's oh no. This is what I was going to say.
Leeds have to play.
Leeds are still in there, you know.
Nah.
They have to, well,
Nah,
when,
Leeds are-
They won the other day.
Leeds are fine.
They
how
weren't
far
till
are
they won the other day.
How far are they off?
They're
Leeds are
pretty far.
43,
No, but how many points do Spurs have?
37. So Leeds.
So it's 6 points.
Yeah.
No, but West Ham.
So West Ham are 7 points off Leeds, and it's 3 games to go.
Because you know Leeds have to play West Ham and Spurs.
Yeah, I know.
If they lose both those games, that's 6 point swing.
I know, but
You'd put it close.
West Ham
Puts
would
it
have
close,
to
but
beat.
yeah.
West Ham would have to beat Arsenal. And
Yeah, it would be a bit too ridiculous. I think Leeds are clear, to be fair. I think if they didn't before, I think it's because I watched something and it was before they won.
Before they won, I was like, they're still in it. You know,
still in it. Yeah, 40 points. I don't think would have been enough.
No, 40 points is not enough this year.
Enough this year.
You could definitely it could swing on GD, like just lose it on a 41. But I think they're fine now. But yeah, do we think Spurs will do it? Because if we're looking at all these teams, it's big for them. They're the 9th richest team in the world.
I think Spurs will.
I need to. What's their running? Because I think Spurs have some hard games.
No, Spurs have Leeds.
They've got Chelsea, you know.
Leeds, Chelsea,
And you know
you're going to
Chelsea.
relegate. Chelsea going to want to relegate.
They're Chelsea gonna win.
They got Everton.
And they got Everton.
And Everton.
I'll be real, those aren't easy games.
I know, but like, I'm just thinking about
If they need to beat Leeds, if they beat Leeds, I think they'll do.
weekend. I think West Ham will lose to us, and I think they'll beat Leeds, and then there's 4 points with 2 games to go.
Because I feel like
See West Ham winning both their last 2 games.
Yeah, first.
Leeds will play that game against Spurs as if they're still in it.
They need to.
Yeah, they should.
So then that makes that a harder game.
I'll be real. Do you think it's guaranteed they beat Leeds?
It's not guaranteed they beat
not
Leeds, but
I
feel
can see them drawing.
You know when you have that big win and then you're like, the next win is like, it's so massive we get that win. Like yesterday made next week massive for Spurs because like it's actually an opportunity to get this win. The other times they've had home games where Spurs should win, there's been a lot of pressure on them. Like I remember when they played Palace at home on that Thursday and everyone's like, you have to win this game, otherwise you're bang in trouble. And like they could feel the nerves on them.
Yeah.
Whereas now
They're not dealing well with the nerves.
now it's like, this is an opportunity for us to really get out of it. I feel like they can step up to that sort of occasion. And hopefully, if they get some players, I said hopefully, oh my God. If they get some players back, hopefully for them, like...
Bro said, who is it?
Wait, home or away Leeds?
They're at home.
As in Spurs are at home.
Yeah, Spurs are at home. That's not mattered this season. At home, they've been terrible as well.
Yeah. Well, Ellen Road's a bit harder.
They've been
Isn't it?
crazy.
Ellen Road, I think, yeah.
Oh no, Ellen Road. I don't think they win.
Yeah, they probably
Yeah.
I don't think they win.
Well,
I feel like that's not an easy stadium to
Chelsea
go
at
to.
Stamford Bridge. Spurs never win at
Yeah, Chelsea. They're losing that Chelsea.
They're losing that Chelsea.
And Chelsea will make sure.
Chelsea will see.
Chelsea will make sure this year.
And then Everton away.
I think Everton's at home.
It was like Dickerson, bro.
You know what's so funny? Yeah, I only think only recently have Spurs fans really started to hate Chelsea because I think they've just clocked recently how much Chelsea hate them.
West Ham host.
I never knew how much Chelsea hated them. It wasn't until that Leicester game,
Yeah.
where them man have been dead all season, and then Hazard and Costa and all of them, they just start balling crazy, bro. That goal,
scrapping in the tunnel
yeah, they
after
started
the game.
scrapping the tunnel. I was like, bro, this is real hate. That goal that Costa and Hazard scored, where
That was
that was cold play.
Bro, you see Hazard, yeah? He played with hate in his...
He was so whack that
He was so whack that season, bro.
So what? That day, everyone was like, raw.
Right, he's still the best player in the league.
Makes you a strong player.
Bro,
He's strong.
No, Hazard, he's a funny guy. Even when like he's done interviews, but he said, "Yeah, I didn't want him to win the league." He's so chill, like.
You can tell that Hazard and Costa said to each other, we're on a 2-man step today.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, never knew since then. Cool. And then last but not least, title race.
Let's talk about the champions elect, surely.
Champions elect.
Champions are
Talk
there.
about the leaders now.
But you're feeling confident now.
Nah, you know what? It was a great atmosphere. Firstly, in
Oh, you
yeah. So I've been to the last 2 because I was like, listen,
Oh, wow.
we're wobbly right now. I was
You've
like,
been active this
I need
weekend.
to
You've
get
been out
into
and
the
about.
game. Yeah. I mean, Saturday,
Well, you told us you're playing up front. These days.
Angola, yeah,
that makes sense.
man. But yeah, it was great in there. Like, you know what it is? People have been getting onto the fans a lot, saying we've been making the team nervous and stuff like that. And I feel like it's a complete opposite. It's the way the team plays that has an impact on what the fans think. Getting an early goal and showing an early intent on Saturday was key. And I think we showed throughout that first half that we were on trying to get more and more goals because this could go down to GD, like this could go down to goals scored even. So getting those 3 goals was important. I'd have liked to see more in the second half, but we have one eye on Tuesday's game. So I understand why he took players off. And I feel like we are a lot more confident than we were even last week because I think if you looked at our final 5 before Newcastle, I was like, Newcastle, Fulham, these are the 2 hardest games, I think, in my opinion.
Okay,
for us.
yeah.
I don't think West Ham is as hard as people are saying. I just don't think they're a very good team. Then we host Burnley, who, again, they're already down. And then we go to Palace, who will have a Conference League final on the Wednesday, so they're not really going to take that game seriously.
Okay, yeah.
So Newcastle and Fulham were the games I was like, if we can get out of that with 2 wins and decent goal difference, I think we're in a good position. And I feel like, and I've been saying it, if we win every game this season, I think we'll win the title. Because City have 2 tough games on the road, and also it becomes a goal difference battle. And I feel like with Arsenal, the way we played on Saturday, the confidence will bring us. I think we can run up the score. I mean, shout out to Saka, I have to say. He's come back in.
Do you think that's key for you?
He is key for us. And I feel like he's had more rest than he would have. I mean, more rest than we would have thought he would have.
Do you think he can sell you through? So I saw, just to ask a question, sorry to cut you there, but I just want to just guide this last point on Saka. So I've seen a thing, obviously Saka this season, he's not really been the Saka of the old, and he actually ended last season not too great either, for his standard. But I've seen a thing saying that Arsenal now, they've got 5 games. You know, they've got obviously the Atletico second leg, and then they've got the Champions League final, and then they've got 3 games in the Premier League. If Saka can play like how he did against Fulham over those games and shut it down, suddenly
he's an Arsenal legend.
Yeah, suddenly he's an Arsenal legend. Suddenly you forget about everything else. Can he do that though?
Can he do that? Yeah, he can. He can.
Will he?
Will he is a different question. You know, Bukayo Saka.
That pause.
If it had to be anybody in the Arsenal team, it would be Saka or maybe Eze. It would be one of those 2 who could stand up in these last 5 games and give us, you know, the performances that we need. I mean, obviously, Saka playing well doesn't mean we're going to win the game. There's other variables, but can he get goals and assists? Absolutely, 100%. Can he play like he did on Saturday? Of course he can, because we know the kind of player he is. He's a very intelligent player. He knows when to take on his man. He knows when to pass. He knows when to delay the pass. He can shoot. You saw the goal he scored. So if it's anybody that can step up for us, he seems reinvigorated. He seems fully fit. These 5 games is a chance for him to go down in Arsenal history along with the greats, because he was the one that delivered us.
And put himself in, man.
And
we know how it goes with like Ballon d'Or conversations and stuff like that. He won't win it because people have still watched the rest of the season. But
no. But
he suddenly catapults himself into catapults himself like probably high up the rankings. And if he shuts it down World Cup, he could win it.
What did you do in May?
What are you
not talking about? Ballon d'Or.
He could. If
I didn't say it.
If he plays mad in these next 5 games, I think he'll go up in the rankings. I don't think he'll win it.
If he did,
because everyone watched, like, there's Kane, there's Elise, there's all these guys that have been going mad. But then if he then goes and has a mad World Cup, then he
can't be a stats thing, because Yamal last season didn't.
It's not even about that. It's just the fact that there's players in your team alone that would be around him. So, for example, even though I can't even believe I'm saying this.
Say his name.
Even like if we're talking about an Arsenal player winning Ballon d'Or,
say it.
Everything that you're saying, Rice would have to be involved in.
Right.
No, but if he's
even if England was to win World Cup, Rice would have to be.
No, but this is the thing about him being involved. If an attacker is shutting it down, ain't nobody care about anybody else on that.
An attacker can't turn up for the last 5 games of the season and you give him Ballon d'Or just because he went to go win the World Cup. That's never happened before.
It can happen.
It's not possible.
It can happen. It can happen. If I said, and he shuts down the World Cup. Messi won the Ballon d'Or off a World Cup.
It's different.
He's played in obviously he's got Messi clout, and we know who Messi is.
If he wasn't Messi, it might not happen.
Listen, I'm not saying he'll certainly win it, but he'll be in conversations.
He might make it top 10.
He won't be in my conversations.
But it's an opportunity.
He will definitely make top. If he shuts down these 5 games and he shuts down the World Cup, he'll 100%.
If he wins,
I think he'd push top 5.
Well, so wait, hold on. So if Saka wins, do you know what it is? I let this conversation go 2 left. If Saka wins League, Champs, and World Cup, sure.
Okay, yeah. Let's lock up World Cup because we're not winning the World Cup.
Yeah, I don't think we are. I'm just saying the way he could. Anyway, I went right up to the ceiling of what's possible.
Hey, yeah, big Saka fan. I like that shit.
But even when you're talking about how many games they have left, bro. Why are we even talking about chance final, bro? Atletico could have easily beaten them.
Yeah, they could have. No, don't get it twisted. It's Arsenal. We know that Arsenal will always have these things in front of them, and they will find a way to let you down. But also, even when I look at Bukayo Saka, he's quite confident he can do it. I'm not. I'm just saying based on.
I'm confident he can maintain the level of performance.
I'm saying he could do. I'm not confident. I'm saying I'm not I'm doubting him. But I think it's hearsay, they say. Because Saka's a bit... We've seen it before. He's one of those players, like, he can play with that fire, and sometimes he can just play like AI. Yeah. Like, it depends how they. Like, it's true though. Sometimes he can just, like, he'll always be a positive on your team.
He makes the team play better.
Yeah, he definitely. He always makes the team play better. But there's a difference to that and playing the way Yamal, Elise, Kane,
but that's what I'm saying.
Kvara, these guys play, who he wants to be in conversations with.
That's what I'm saying.
By the moment, I don't see that from him enough, because them man can turn the game on its head. Like, the game can be going against them, and then they can just start balling out like crazy. You look at the quality of Kane's ball to Diaz, for instance. Like, it's just that, nah, I don't care. I'm just going to do something.
Yeah, but then you're asking Saka to do things that he's not really here to do. Like, he's here to be the best. It sounds like a bad word, but he's like the best cog you could have in an amazing system.
It's a flipping winger.
Like, because no, but yeah.
Talking about.
A man said the best cog in this system.
A man said you're asking him to do things he's not here to do. He's a
no, but he's not here to be like.
And you want to Verts
and get 25 goals, 30 assists.
Why? Why is he not?
First of all, Saka came from our academy. You paid 1.15 billion.
But that's the same. Of course, no. But that's the same type of problem with that type of player.
No, but the thing is, Saka will still get.
How can he not be there to do that?
No. But Saka will still get you stats, but he's not going to get you 25 and no. But there's seasons when he's got 15 goals and like 15 assists. That's the seasons when he stayed fully fit. But what I'm trying to say is,
saying seasons. One season.
Saka had good 2.5 seasons. Then he had the
about goals.
No, but look. What
so one.
The point I'm trying to
That's
make.
What you missed.
When you have
one season.
When you have someone like,
he got you there, though.
You're supposed to have
He said
other
correction. Yeah, go on.
To help you lift the level. Like, Saka can elevate your level, but he can't win you everything on his own. You need the striker. You need a winger. You need a cam like that can also do those things.
So, yeah, but you're
asking Saka.
But then you're kind of saying that he's not really the real star in the team. He's the facility. He's a support.
He shouldn't be your star player then.
Yeah.
Ideally, you should have a star striker. A star number.
Striker has 20 goals.
Star striker.
Please, man.
Or star.
I said, please.
He's always a
striker, man.
It's a star in the front line.
A star in the front line who will score you like Haaland number goals. Okay. Then when you have a Saka there, then you're like, yeah, this is a good two-man.
But you don't always need Haaland.
Right now it's a two-man step, and you've got the guy who is the good wingman, but like he's not getting all the gal at the moment. You need the guy. You know what I mean?
I feel like Jokeres is getting gal.
He's not getting. No, he's getting media.
Word.
He's getting penalties.
Word.
I'll be real. The reason why you men are in the position you're in right now is slightly Jokeres.
I mean, I'm not trying to bash.
He did. I can't like. He did his thing.
Even at Athletic, if he was on the pitch, he might probably lose that game. He played well.
He's playing well, but wait. So you think Jokeres is
no?
This guy's just using this to say Saka's mean.
Listen, this guy. You have to pick one. Like
this guy's on mind games.
And then these guys are going to get a medal around their neck in 3 weeks.
This is another thing I was going to say. Why do we keep moving as if it's just in Arsenal's hands?
It's not.
They've played 2 extra games. That's fair. That's actually good from the Prem. Like,
Points in the bag are better.
Yeah,
but it's like even the GD is only 4. City have 2 games. Technically, if City win both games, they're probably going to win by more than 1 goal.
They're not beating Everton by more than 1. They're not beating Bournemouth by more than 1.
Why? Why?
They're not. Those
so they can't win a 3-1, a 4-2.
I think they can beat Everton by more than 1. But Bournemouth.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
They couldn't go Burnley and win more than.
Let me ask you a question. No, but that Burnley game should have been like 8.
But Burnley should have scored as well. They had chances.
Yeah, chances though.
They had
a good 2 chances at the first 10 minutes.
So 8-2 then. It should have been a massive.
8-2. It was like a 4-1.
What? Do you remember how many? These man missed, bro, as in tapping.
Yeah, they missed a couple of taps.
Remember Turkey's one where Mama's just plucked it. I'm like, what?
Yeah. That was
like, but not even just that. Yeah, but my thing is this year. You see if
go around up the
if
boys.
City back to Everton today, yeah.
That would demoralise us a lot.
Okay, cool. That's what I was.
That would demoralise. If they smoke Everton,
all he wants to do is just mind games. But they could.
If they smoke Everton, say they smoke Bournemouth, I'm depressed. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, if it becomes a goal difference battle, then we have to run up the score. Do we have the attackers to do it? Saka's back. We'll see.
Fairs. All right, guys, man. We'll be back next week for the Rondo Awards. Yeah, next to the Rondo Awards. We'll be doing that on Friday still. But thanks, guys. Love, peace, like and subscribe and all that lovely stuff. See you next week.